It's IBC2025, and I'm here on the Shure booth talking spatial audio with Bill. How are you doing?
Very good. How you doing?
Very good indeed. So excited. You got, well, not that new, but maybe new to us, technology here.
Yeah. The array technology itself is not new to Shure. We've been doing it for about 10 years in the conferencing space, quite well. It was actually originally invented in Ben Bauer's books in 1938, the same gentleman who made the Unidine microphone. But in the 2000s, we started making it a reality because the technology was possible. And when our advanced development guys started doing it, they didn't have any market in mind, but the conferencing market got hold of it first.
Okay.
And the rest of us in the pro space were kind of like, hey, we could use that as well. So after a few years of toying around and playing with some customers, specifically in the market, we finally officially went after it, and this is our first offering. It's reusing some of our conferencing mechanical, but we had to change the software to match the workflow of the pro audio or broadcast person.
Well, there you go. In what did you say, 1938?
88.
They didn't have software to control this.
They didn't have the technology to do anything.
No.
Yeah.
So run me through some benefits.
Yeah. So essentially, what it is, it's effectively 8 virtual shotguns or 8 virtual parabolics. The benefits are you don't have the physical space that 8 shotguns would take up in one location, that physical protrusion of a long shotgun mic. You don't have the ability with an analog product to steer remotely. You can steer these remotely. And it's also over IP. So you also have that benefit of having the Dante Audinate AES67 infrastructure. So you could remotely be in one city while the game is in the other city, control them remotely, get the audio back, and capture more with less.
And so, let's say we're in a NBA court, right?
Yeah.
For argument's sake.
Sure.
And
this regulation one right here, you mean?
Well, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Is this a bit close to the?
Yeah.
It makes it
good for me.
easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're in the court. We're recording. We're capturing the court or the whole surroundings, or.
So in any sport example, but if you think about specifically NBA, the goal for an engineer with the microphones is to capture the sounds of the game. And the enemy for that is the ambient noise, the crowd, the horns, the speakers.
Yeah, quite.
And in America, our NBA games are like parties. At a football pitch in Europe or anywhere, the crowd is huge and it's just massive noise. So you're still dealing with the same challenges you would deal with any other microphone with your signal to noise trying to be what you're trying to figure out. The benefit of the array is because the lobe is such a tight pattern and it can be steered in such a way to either point away from ambient problems, and with that tight pattern therefore comes great rejection, you actually hear more of the sounds you want and less of the sounds you don't want.
Does that help with what frequencies is the frequency range a benefit as well then?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, this is effectively like a parabolic, but unlike a parabolic, this is a full spectrum of directionality. So we have directionality from about 1100 hertz up to 18 kilohertz, versus a parabolic is very directional on the high end, and then basically you lose that directional very quickly as you go down spectrum to being almost omni. Not to mention with a parabolic, if you're like 1 degree off, that signal drops away. So we can actually be kind of forgiving based on the width of the polar pattern and how you steer to be more directional and also still keep what you want.
And a comparison with a shotgun, right? In that environment, your direction, you're getting the court and the surroundings. But with a shotgun, you got
a bit of a rear pickup. So you got a hypercardioid there, and unless you got a good baffle behind it, you're going to have some rear pickups. So shotgun mics are great. There's still value in them, but in our example, from a single cable that provides power, audio, and control, you could effectively capture more locations without having to put up as many shotgun mics and keep that rejection high.
And now we're here.
We're currently under one.
Is it demonstratable in
any
way?
It is. So we're going to experiment and see if this works for you guys. But basically, what we have set up here is we have 4 lobes around our logo.
Okay.
We have 1 lobe up at the basketball rim, and I actually have 1 pointed at the lectern. So if I was to change off of this microphone, right now this audio is being picked up from the array, and I can actually take myself out of the mix. Just like that. I can take myself off the mix. And now I'm back in. And then down here we have basically the 4 lobes, and we're able to pick up the basketball sounds. The array, while it does have up to 8 lobes, it also has auto mixers built into it. So you're able to take that information, turn on and off the lobes based on the energy that it's hearing, and still give you one fader, or if you want to use the stereo auto mixer, 2 faders. And instead of having one wide open, like one lobe capturing all of this, we have 4 lobes capturing more like zoned information, and therefore you're getting more of the sound and less of the ambient noise, especially considering the space we're in today.
Does that information, so if I'm capturing it live, does that information remain with the audio, with the channel for later on in post-production?
Yeah, so right now with how this works, you're only going to get those 8 channels out. But what's great about this product is like an Ambisonic, maybe you're talking about. So Ambisonic mics have a B format that comes out that you can then steer and post.
Right.
At the moment, we're only dealing with the live space. But what's great is that this is the start of many things for us to come.
Brilliant.
And we're really relying on our own customers, our own clients, and how they see the creativity of this going and seeing where it could go. Theoretically, we could do what you're speaking of, which is, could I have that raw information and then choose to re-steer later? That is definitely possible, just not in a customer-facing way yet.
Well, look, you know, get it into your applications and drive it.
And drive it, exactly. Yeah. So I know for us, we do have this is called the DCA Digital Capsule Architecture. This is a whole portfolio, if you will, of solutions that we already have envisioned. We have plans after this to do some more things, but we're also putting our ears to the street to kind of see where it goes and help us in kind of prioritizing some of those ideas.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Yeah,
now we're going to do another video on the Shure stand with a bit of a look at what
everything else.
Yeah. And for everything else that we've been doing at IBC2025, it's kitplus.com.